You guys are going to love this one. Some of you are not going to like it at all. So this is a follow-up to a video I did just a little bit back on raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, the impacts on that. If you didn't see it, go back and check that out. But one of the things I mentioned in that video that would be necessity, easy for me to say, would be for owners to try to reduce their costs, right? Because they're going to have increased labor costs. Try not to pass that as much of that on to the consumer. One of those things is automation in the form of self-checkouts. I know a lot of people hate self-checkouts, but let me give you a little bit of context on this. So I did a scenario. I ran the numbers. I won't spare you all the details, but here's the parameters. So over 5 years, so a self-checkout machine last in a checkout machine that someone runs, they both last about 5 years. So this is over 5 years running 4 checkouts. Okay, just 4. 18-hour days. So I kind of thought of like a grocery store type of a setting. 18-hour days, open 365 days a year, just to keep it simple, and paying $15 an hour. Now, obviously, the no benefits. This includes the cost of implementing, buying the machines, implementing them, maintenance, all that good stuff. For the 4 self-checkouts, you would have one person that would supervise those, watch those. And obviously for the other checkouts, you're going to have 4 individuals doing that, again, based on the parameters I said. So the numbers are astounding. And here is why these are going nowhere. This is only going to grow. So using all the parameters I just mentioned, those self-checkout machines, 4 of them, over a 5-year period, will cost the business owner $633,000. Sounds like a lot, right? Over $100,000. That's for 4 machines, 4 checkouts. To have a human to do that, all the same parameters, it's almost $2 million over the same 5 years to $1,977,000, or 312% higher cost. Now, I know what some of you are already thinking or saying. What are some of the risks? So obviously with self-checkout, theft is a risk. Another big risk that a lot of people don't even think of, probably in most cases, is brand loyalty, right? There's less human interaction. People go, oh, it seems so generic, et cetera. I'm used to seeing Betty or Bob or whatever. And there's something to be said for that, absolutely, for certain. However, the risks on the side of having, humans at 4 different checkouts, machines don't take sick time. They go down occasionally, right? But maintenance is included in this. There's no personnel issues. There's no people who don't no call, no show. All the personnel issues that go into that, generally, well, not generally, you're not gonna have that with a machine. So those are some of the risks on both sides. Now, the benefits, obviously, on this 4 self-checkouts, you got less lines. I'll tell you honestly, I prefer self-checkout. If any store I go to, if I can do a self-checkout, I am absolutely 100% doing it. The lines are less, which means the time there is less. And then, of course, to the owner, the cost is less. And then the owner, the cost to the consumer, presumably, is less as well, because, that 312% difference. Now, what are the benefits of having humans running those 4 machines? First of all, you have the human contact, the brand loyalty, like we talked about. Interestingly enough, 43% of Gen X and baby boomers still prefer to go to a human. So even if they only have 5 items, instead of going to a self-checkout, 43% of them will say, I want to go talk to a person. I want to see a person, interact with a person. 43%. So that number is shifting. In the younger generation, the number dramatically increases on preferring self-checkout. So that's what I'm saying. It's only going to grow, not only from a cost perspective, but this younger generation is growing up with more and more of that. And so it's only going to get exponentially bigger as we continue to go on. So what do we do about this? I mean, it's coming. And I don't see how there's a change that's coming. I don't think there's a difference. I mean, I don't think there's much we can do, because this is just kind of a natural evolution of automation, as we've seen with a bunch of different things over the last several decades. This is one of those evolutions that, especially as we continue to push, we want people to, again, not to pick on this, but the proverbial person that flips burgers. I did that too. I flipped burgers in my younger years. If we want to pay that person $15 an hour, I mean, they're going to have to look for, business owners are going to look for ways to reduce their costs. And you're going to have someone flip burgers. And by the way, AI is coming. They're going to be flipping burgers in no time. They'll have robots that will be flipping burgers too. Even going back to the risks on having all self-checkout, the theft and the brand loyalty, AI is going to help with that too. Not only with reducing theft, because they'll be able to keep an eye on things, but you're going to walk up and they're going to tell you to scan your, customer loyalty card, and they're going to know your name, and they're going to say, oh, hey, and they're going to interact with you. Now, it's not human interaction, but it'll be some form of interaction, better than it is, currently. So again, it'll continue to evolve. So self-checkout is going nowhere. It's only going to continue to increase, especially as we keep pushing for some of these, entry-level type jobs to be at, $15 an hour and or more. So self-checkout is not going away. I frankly prefer it. Would love to hear your comments and thoughts. Check it out. Let me know. What are your thoughts? What do you guys think about all this?